Hi everyone, welcome to this week's training. I'm so excited to see you guys. Today we dive a little bit deeper. So last week we did an energetic detox and really dove into the ways that we can detox our energetic field around us. We talked about clutter in the home. So if you haven't seen that one already, feel free to go back and watch over it. But today we're diving into mental detox, and we're making this a rapid mental detox. And it came up because this whole month we're dedicated to really releasing what is not serving you at the moment so that we can really start bringing in. And as we get to the end of the year, I always love to do this and share these tools and techniques with you so that you can get ready for your new year as well. So as we get closer and closer to the new year, I'm going to be sharing even more techniques with you to be able to really clear out, reflect on the year, look at what has happened, and then get ready to bring in the new. And so we're starting already. So October is all about that. We are cleansing, we are clearing, we are detoxing. So today we have a rapid mental detox for you. I'm going to move you through 6 ways that you can really just get a rapid mental detox and just get rid of some of those non-serving thoughts, maybe patterns that are not serving you, any negativity that's been, in your mind, heart, just around you lately as well. And it's so funny because I've had so many coaching sessions with clients over the last, I would say, 3 weeks, and many of them have been healing sessions around, what is happening in their life at the moment. And so there's been a lot happening in astrology, and there's been a lot happening on Earth, so we really want to make sure that we are taking charge of our thoughts, and otherwise we're just getting pulled in different directions. And so last week we touched on that with the energetic detox and how, sometimes we might be feeling something and it's not even ours. Like we might be picking up on someone else. And so we really want to just come back and refocus. And I've been doing this personally in my life. So these trainings often reflect what is going on for me as well. And just coming back and doing some clearing out of the mind clutter that I've been having, lately. So let's dive in. I want to say good morning, good evening, hello to everybody, wherever you're tuning in from, wherever in the world you are. And so go ahead and just pop into the comments where you are, where you're tuning in from, and how is today? How is today for you? I know many of you, summer is starting, so it's starting to feel, a little bit lighter down under, and definitely over in England as well. And then, just share with us where you're at. So let us dive in. So when it comes to detoxification, our minds just often go straight to the body. Like, oh, we could do a liver cleanse, or we could do a kidney cleanse, or just being able to detox and flush out toxins in the body as well. And so I guess that's where our mind often goes to. So that's why I wanted to really put in these words, use the term detox, because it is a similar thing that we need to do and regularly. So when we talk about detoxification of the body, we definitely do, consider the toxins, the buildup that we have in daily life, just as we, the foods that we're eating, the environment that we have around us, what we're doing daily, how we're breathing, what we're breathing in. All of these things come into play when we think about a physical detox. And what is so interesting is that often what happens is we just don't even think, we don't even consider, what about the energy that we're in? What about our thoughts? Like, how are they serving or non-serving? So when it comes to our bodies, sometimes it's easy to say, yeah, I'm going to go on a 6 weeks detox, and I'm going to do that 3 times a year and keep my body in equilibrium, or I'm going to start back exercise, or those are the things that we tend to go to when we're not feeling good. And so what about our minds? What about we talked about the energetic detox last week, but what about our minds? What about our thought processes and the thoughts that actually form these deep-rooted beliefs that then we can get stuck in. So what about that, and how beneficial is it for us to have a detox of these thoughts regularly as well, and to really just let go of what isn't serving us? I'm going to take you through 6 steps today. Hello from Madeira. Oh my goodness, how amazing. I can't see your name. Who could that be? Who is in Madeira? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Hello, as you're coming in, please just pop into the comments. So you can either use the link above and just give StreamYard permission so I can see your name, or just pop your name into the comments so that I can see who is here, because on StreamYard it just comes up Facebook user, and I would love to connect with you. Who is in Madeira right now? How exciting. Okay, so what about our minds? What happens with our mind that holds us and that can hold us down, and that we need to detox and we need to let go? So the first way that we can detox our mind is by looking at, and this is like, I'm just diving into heavy, like right away. So rapid detox is what we're talking about today, is addictions. And so sometimes we think of detox and we think addictions relate to food, some types of foods that we're addicted to, or maybe, where alcohol is related or something like that. But let's talk about addictions in our mind, addictions to thoughts, addictions to emotions, because this is what can happen over and over and over again. Kitty cat, oh my goodness, I had a feeling it was kitty cat, but I wasn't 100% sure. Hello, beautiful. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to have you here. Madeira, I'm so happy you're traveling. This is beautiful. This is so amazing. Tell me what you're doing there. We want to hear. Wow. My family's actually from Madeira. Would you believe that? So my grandfather, on my father's side, they lived in Madeira, the D'Souza's. But when I went to Madeira searching for them, D'Souza's owned like everything, and they're all different families. So it was really challenging. Like I would see D'Souza on the the signs and business names and all of this, but it was really difficult to actually decipher without all the information who was actually my family. So if you meet anyone D'Souza that kind of looks like us, say hello. How fun. This is so great. So when it comes to addictions with our thoughts, addictions with emotions, let's have a think about what types of things do you say, and this is for you, like this little container today is for you. So use it to really get the detox, right? Because rapid mental detox. So you might hear sentences, or you might hear other people say, oh, how are you today? You might say to them, and you might hear them say, oh, I'm so busy, or I have so much going on right now. Like, wow. And it might just be a daily conversation. And these could be habits, and they're actual addictions too, because we can get addicted to that busy energy, and it makes us feel like we're in control of something. And when I say us, it makes those conditioned parts of us that need to feel the control, to feel worthy, or to feel like validation, right? To feel like they're enough, to feel like they're doing good in this world. They want the control to be able to feel that way. And so our conditioned self may respond and say, oh, I have so much going on. Oh, I'm so busy. And I want you to have a think about this, like, is this just a reoccurring pattern that comes up? Maybe it's in other people, maybe it's in yourself, but just recognizing, noticing, bringing a lot of compassion, bringing some curiosity to the types of responses that you hear and that you yourself may share with others as well. So maybe you even say these things to yourself from time to time, like, I'm so busy, it's so busy, this week is so busy, I have so much going on. And I remember when I first picked up on this in myself, it was probably about 10, 12, maybe 13 years ago. And I started to change the way that I was sharing. And so I would say, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say I'm busy, because I got into this pattern of saying, oh, I'm so busy, all the time. And then I never found time for myself, for fun, for all the things. So then I changed it to saying, I'm busy, but I'm really good. Like, I'm busy, but good. Like, life's good. And then I changed it and I removed the word busy altogether. And I would say, oh, life is really full right now, but it's so fun. And so I was just shifting into these new thought patterns, this new belief that there could be a lot going on around me, but it doesn't necessarily have to affect me in this busy way. Like my conditioned self doesn't need to show up and run the party just because I have a lot going on in my life. I can still be calm. I can still find space. I can still do my self-care. I can still, make decisions from my authentic self when there's a lot going on in my life. So I realized with that, even just saying life is full and fun, I realized that I was still holding myself back. And so now I've changed it completely and I tune into my authentic self and I respond from there. So if someone says to me, hey, how are you today? I'm usually, one of my responses is just like, I'm wonderful. This just happened. Or today's amazing, isn't it? This just happened. Or I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. This just happened. Or, just really connecting how I'm feeling at the time to something good that has happened in my life. So the first way that you can really get a rapid mental detox today is to just check in with those addictions. So go ahead and just pop into the comments for me. What shows up in your life? Like what thoughts, what emotions, what responses do you give that you think, oh, okay, yeah, I could probably tweak that a little bit just to be, I'll be a bit more self-aware about it and just to make me feel a little bit better. So let me know. Just go ahead and pop them in because there's no judgment in here. We're just curious, bringing so much curiosity. And that's why I love to share my experiences with you as well, because we're all going through this together. It's not like, I'm here to say how it should be or shouldn't be. We're just going through this all together. And here are some ideas and let's see if we can just bring some awareness to it and shift it. So do you have a default? This is a question for you. When someone says to you, how are you? Do you have a default response? And just go ahead and pop that into the comments for me. Amazing. So yeah, the thing with the busyness is that the conditioned self uses the busyness to hide out. And so it can become addictive, like this busy feeling. It can become addictive to the conditioned self because that's how it feels. That's how it validates its worth, right? Like that's how it feels. It recognizes its goodness in how much it's, kind of involved in that type of energy. So, and then we think there's a whole nother layer because as women in society, don't we, still kind of lift the women that seem to be doing it all and have so much on their plate. So once again, like just bringing a whole lot of compassion and being like, hey, am I in that? Like, am I in this kind of need or desire to be doing all the things and to be recognized in that way? Because actually my worth runs so much deeper than that. And you are worthy even if you're lying on the couch all day, right? So yeah. And so we don't want to like beat up on ourselves, but we want to just be aware if we are becoming obsessed with handling everyone else's problems as well as our own, if we are, fixated on the details of life, things that need to get done, and if we're enjoying that kind of element, that feeling of control that can come up, because that could be conditioned self coming up, kind of holding us back a little bit. So if you find yourself overwhelmed, you have a really long list or too many lists, it's time to let some things go, right? So we're going to look at ways to just really clear out some of these thoughts, bring in the new thoughts and creating new beliefs around what is happening in your life at the moment so that you can bring in what you want in the future as well. But it's so important to just recognize this, drop what's not serving us, and then move into what is. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any just responses, like how are you today? How do you generally respond and what could be tweaked? Go ahead and pop that into the the comments. So the second way that we can give ourselves a rapid mental detox today is to, and you guys know I always talk about this, but is to engage in more gratitude. And we can do this in really specific ways. So I think sometimes gratitude and this whole idea of being grateful can become really kind of blurry and this broad thing that we should do, but we don't do. And how do you put it in the schedule anyway? So what we want to try and create is like this constant stream of gratitude that moves throughout your day. So if you find a moment where you remember this, so maybe punch it into your phone, every couple of hours, or put yourself a reminder, put some sticky notes up around you. I have an affirmation on my fridge. I have a few. I'm trying to find it right now. Oh, I can't see it. Ocean's put a magnet over it, I think. But it just reminds me to, be grateful or find some things that I'm grateful for. So pictures, photos, like just going through your phone instead of scrolling, on social or something like that. If you catch yourself doing that, just jumping over to your photos and going through some old photos of, your children or your family or friends, good times, and just really relish in those feelings and allow yourself to bring forward like those joyous feelings that come with those memories, and just really let that wash over you. You can put up positive mantras in your home. So Kat is my beautiful friend that I met in Sydney. And Kat, you would probably remember that in the apartment, we lived together in one apartment, we shared a bathroom. So I didn't put affirmations up all over the mirror. But in my new apartment, I had affirmations all over the mirror to the point that I couldn't even see myself to brush my hair or, do my makeup or anything in the morning. But just, to think about, can you put up some mantras around the house? Anything that's going to remind you visually of where your thoughts need to go? Because if we just let our brain do what it needs to do, it's going to default to that default mode network, right? And we're going to go back to just these kind of repetitive thoughts that are not always meaningful and don't always pull us forward as well. So we just want to be a bit more conscious about that. And so when we think about gratitude, you could say the positive mantras. Also, when you're going to sleep at night, so my little practice is when I wake up in the morning, I do 5 deep breaths to get the blood and oxygen flowing in my body. And then I say 5 things that I'm grateful for. It's not that hard to find. Like sometimes I look out the window, I'm like, I'm grateful for that big flamboyant tree that's outside my bathroom, my shower window every single day. It doesn't but you just need to feel it, right? Feel the gratitude. And then going to sleep at night is another really good one, because often when we go to sleep at night, our brain goes straight to all the to-dos that we need to do the next day, or all the bad things that happened, during the day. And then we put ourselves in a neurological state that is going to stick. And then when we wake up in the morning, science has shown that we're very likely to wake up in the same state that we fell asleep in. So if we fall asleep in gratitude, imagine like just waking in gratitude every single day. So it can be really powerful putting yourself to sleep with, just think of all the beautiful things that happen through the day before you go to sleep, and all the things that you're grateful for right before you fall asleep. That's a beautiful way of doing it as well. Okay, so let's have a look here. Kat saying I should have put the affirmations up in our shared bathroom. Yeah, I should have put up a few. Why not? So it's so true to try to think more positively and respond in a different way, or think of something that is good or you're grateful for when you're having a bad day, to get things back in perspective. Yeah. And we have that power, don't we? And it's just to remind us that we actually have that power and that we don't need to run. So this is the third one. The third way that we can give ourselves a rapid mental detox today is to fast forward the replays, right? So like imagine that you have a remote control, and you have the ability to stop your thoughts, to play your thoughts, to fast forward, and to rewind your thoughts. And so quite often what happens, and Dr. Joe Dispenza talks a lot about this in terms of 50% of our thinking is often in the past. And a lot of that is just rerunning events that actually may have happened, but quite often haven't even happened. So sometimes it's not even a replay. It's a recreation of an event that has happened in the past. And so I just call this replaying painful events, and we tend to do it. So someone could have said or done something, or some type of situation could have happened, and you had an emotional response to it at the time, and it stuck with you. So our brain tends to rewind and then press play, and then rewind and press play. And now what we know is that when we rewind, sometimes we recreate. So we think of like what we could have said, or what we could have done differently, or how we could have stood up for ourselves if we didn't stand up for ourselves. And we play this over and over and over again. Put your hands up in the comments if you are like, yes, that happens to me. I can see and feel when my mind is, racing, and it's going to all of these events that have happened in the past, or maybe events that haven't even happened, and kind of creating or recreating. So they're usually in the past, and we're usually recreating on some level. So when those negative thoughts arise and you find yourself going back into those circumstances, press stop, just like bam. And then press fast forward, and just fast forward, and really just set that intention. I'm just fast forwarding this. This is not the part of the movie that I want to play right now. Like, I don't need to see this right now. I would much rather see something beautiful that's actually coming into my life than replaying something that is, not. So, and then we focus, bring your focus back to where you want to be, where you want to be. Yes, I love that. Hi, Kim. How are you? So happy to have you here. Beautiful. So the fourth way that we can give ourselves a rapid mental detox right now, is with compassion and forgiveness. And I'm going to give you a technique that I use every single day now. So just tune in with me. You might close your eyes, you might take a breath, and just have a think back over your week so far. And just bring your awareness to circumstances that have played out, and just asking the question, have I responded mindfully to situations, or have there been a couple situations where I was reactive? And if there was, then just pinpoint one. And instead of running over it, just becoming aware of it, of what happened. Okay, yes, I was reactive about that, or, something internally happened that I wasn't happy about, that I didn't feel happy about. And now we're just going to rewrite it. So you can use a couple different techniques here, but one way of doing it is just to say, if it's a person involved, or even just a circumstance, I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. And so in the Rejuvenate program, we use this. We go into detail on how to use it. But you can just say it. I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. And you're just like releasing and allowing that moment to have been, and getting ready for it to be released. Taking a deep breath, and you might just come back into the space with me. And if you did find a circumstance, go ahead and just pop it into the comments. What happened? What was the situation? How did you react? And now every time that comes back up for you, and you might be doing the replay, use the stop, fast forward, and then just use the technique. I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. And Gabby Bernstein has a beautiful book. It's called May Cause Miracles. And she uses, so I think she says, I forgive this thought and I choose love instead. I forgive this thought and I choose love instead. And so this I use, and a couple of you have been asking me about criticism lately, how to respond when you feel very critical of others. And this is a beautiful one to use. So you can just say, oh, I forgive that thought about that person. Let's stop it. Press stop. It's not serving us and it's not serving them either. I forgive you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Or you can just use Gabby's, I forgive this thought and I choose love instead. And just releasing it that way. So let's see if you guys have shared anything. I would love to hear from you. I love being on here I love being on here with you like always, but I love being on here when we get to connect like this. It makes me so happy to know what's happening in your world. Okay, and then the fifth way, so we have two more ways. The fifth way that we can give ourselves a rapid mental detox today is to give ourselves a brain scrub. I love this one. It's like, because I actually think of like using one of those big scrubbing brushes with the hard bristles and just like actually giving myself a brain scrub. But what you can do is scrub your brain by just writing down all of those feelings, all of those thoughts, everything that is bothering you. And you can put it through a shredder or, tear it up and put it in the bin. Some people burn it, like whatever it is, whatever feels good to you, just to clean them out. Because remembering, like, some of these are just stuck emotions that maybe are dated back to when we were children, and these conditioned parts of us have just held on to these emotions, and then we're walking around in daily life and we're triggered by them. So just understanding, that you have the power to really clean them out. So just writing it all down. Sometimes it feels so good to just write it all down and curse, like do whatever just to get it out, just get it all out. Sometimes I curse pretty bad on my paper. And then it's interesting because I come back to it sometimes the next day and I haven't ripped it up yet. And I come back to it the next day and I'm like, wow, I don't even feel those things anymore. So sometimes they're just, it's just passing, fleeting stuff that is connected to something that happened a long time ago, and it's not really what's happening today. So scrubbing your brain. You can also use I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you as well, to clear out some of those thoughts as well. And because we know that our thoughts create our beliefs, right? Our beliefs then become belief systems and paradigms. And so then we're caught in this network of beliefs that we need to navigate through. So being really cautious and being really conscious of what thoughts we're thinking on a daily basis is going to create way more positive momentum. It's going to create such a positive life moving forward, because really ingraining these new beliefs that are going to propel you and help you to stay aligned and move forward. Yes, so letting go of what is not serving you. Amazing. Okay, the sixth way that we can give ourselves a rapid mental detox today is to start a happiness jar. So should I go get mine? Maybe I will. So this is my, where are you? This is my happiness jar. Can you see it? Yeah, kind of. There you go. And I put in here just everything that feels good, that happens in my day, in my week. And so let's see what's in here. But this is a beautiful way of just saying, I'm acknowledging the good stuff. I'm acknowledging the good stuff. And if our thoughts create our beliefs, then just imprinting some of this stuff in. That's why we do a lot of gratitude in the Rejuvenate program. We do so much celebration, don't we, Kim? We are like just constantly celebrating you guys and celebrating your wins and celebrating all the good stuff that is happening, because that's where more of that comes from. And that's where you get your confidence to keep moving as well. I reacted to a phone call that I received with unexpected news. I was short with the person and hung up. Yeah, so great awareness, amazing awareness, a lot of compassion, a lot of curiosity, and then release, right? I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. And I think, Kim, you have that in the workbook from which module is it now? Clear mind, focused heart, I believe. If you don't have it, let me know. But you should have that with breaking down that technique. Okay, so let's have a look at what is in my happiness jar. Oh, look, Koa did the more sign all by himself, asking for more ice grapes. More ice grapes. Like, that was just so cute for me, and it made me feel so happy. So I wrote that down, right? Ocean carried a box from the supermarket to the car all by himself. Like, but these are just happy little moments, okay? Koa's wide mouth kisses. Oh, he doesn't do those anymore. See, so beautiful. Ocean, when I'm 3, I'll be able to do poopies in the toilet, mummy, and drive the car. See? Let's see if there are any that are not about the kids. Obviously, you know, they're my whole world. Let's have a look. So I'm excited about Barefoot because my husband has some really fun things. So we have a new project at Barefoot. Yay! Yeah, Ocean's first swim with a noodle. So so obviously when it comes to my kids, I'm very interested in putting things in the happiness jar. And so just whatever feels good, right? Whatever feels good. I think I have a Rejuvenate one in here as well. Every time a client signs into the Rejuvenate program, they get one. Like, it is just whatever feels good in your belly, And then, so obviously this jar is small, so I have to clear it out a few times a year. It'd be good if you had a really big one. But that is just another idea, right? To get the good, juicy goodness flowing in our day. So going back, you can do this at the end of the week, or you can do it whenever something happens or whenever you think of it. So go back through your entire week and write down, you know, positive influences, great conversations, celebrated wins that you had, and write on the sticky notes and put them all in the jar, or write on your little notepad and put them all in the jar, or you can do it as you go. And remembering, you know, fun moments with friends, a joke, you know, laughter, recalling work well done, that you've been doing really well, you know, and when you're on those highs, go for it. Just throw everything in the happiness jar, because then you can go back like I just did. It made me smile and giggle, and it's really getting those neural networks shifting and, you know, moving into your authentic self more and more and more. So I love you guys so much. And do you have any questions about today? You can go ahead and pop those in. I am always so excited to connect with you guys. Reach out to me direct if you need anything. And yeah, go for your rapid mental detox today. I am doing it as well. I'm moving through all of these 6 items this week too, and I'm already feeling so much better. I had quite a bit of conditioned self. It wasn't so much last week, but the week before, and I had to pull myself out of it. And that's where we have the power to do that. So, and you have the power to do that. I love you guys so, so, so much. I will see you in the group this week and at another training next week. I love you. Bye.